Russ, there have been some poor results this season, but losing to the bottom club, that's almost one of the worst, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're down to 10 men for 8 odd minutes, Chris, so yeah, it's a bad result. We have to put it in perspective as well. We didn't start very well. First 10 minutes we weren't good enough. Then Nelson epitomises that by getting sent off, silly sending off, and it cost us the game. I know we're 1-0 down at that point, but you're in the game and they've had one attack and scored and it wasn't good enough, but with 10 men for the rest of the first half we've dominated and had the better chances and we should have scored. Obviously second half they've sunk back, made it harder for us, and we get back in the game and then go and concede another one, and that's just, people just not doing their jobs, unfortunately, even though we're down to 10 men.
What was your view of the sending off?
I've not seen it, I don't know. I think he said that he was in a headlock and he just tried to get out of it. I don't know. I think the ref's got to be sure of it, and he said he was, so he sent him off.
And how much you blame Nelson Oliveira for what happened? It left you in the lurch, as you said. You're already 1-0 down.
We're still on the pitch, and we did okay for a certain period of time. Like I said, we dominated the game after that. They sunk back. You tell they're struggling because they sunk back and let us have the ball. Second half it changed a little bit, obviously, but no, he's not to blame. Obviously he apologised for sending off. He shouldn't have done it. He's been sent off, and it hurts us, but we still have to play with 10 men for that length of game, and for up until a certain point we did it quite well, got back in the game 1-1 and then threw it away.
Yeah, does it point to a lack of discipline? Because that's 4 red cards in 6 away games.
I don't know, I think some of them have been what I'd say honest ones, but I don't think so. We're a fairly disciplined team. I don't think that's a problem. I think it's frustrating, that's for sure, and then we've lost another player through injury today with Johnny, who's struggling with his ankle, and that's disappointing because we need everyone to get us out of this situation that we're in at the minute, and it was 2 steps forward and 1 step back today, but we have to make sure that next week we go and play at home. Obviously we've got the cup during the week, and that will take care of itself. We'll go there and try and win the game, but then next week we need to get back on track in the league at home and against a team that's on good form at the minute. You
mentioned there were spells where you were on top, there were spells where you were creating chances, but you've still lost the game. What does that say about where you are at the moment as a club?
I don't know. I don't think we can define us as a club in a 70-minute game. I think we've lost. It's frustrating. We're down to 10 men, like I said. We had chances to score, we didn't take them, and we get punished. And that's been probably, the story in the last. Before the last 2, before that, it's probably been the story in a lot of games where we've done okay and not quite done enough. But we fought. We really fought. We worked extremely hard today. You can't doubt that. I think anyone who came can see that. We fought right till the end. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, and it is a results business, and we know the manager's under pressure. We know a lot of fans have lost patience with him, and losing to the bottom club doesn't help a manager who's trying to save his job, does it?
No, of course, but we worked. The frustrating thing is we worked on it all week about how they're going to come out and start, how we need to start, how we need to win the fight and win the scrap first, and then you need to start playing. We didn't do it for 10 minutes, and then we get a man sent off, and then we start playing, and we start fighting, we start winning battles, and we did that for a long period of the game. That's the frustrating thing. He can't go and do it on the pitch for us. He's prepared us for that. We're ready for that. We talked about it in the huddle. We talked about it in the change room. We didn't do it well enough for the first 10, 15 minutes or whatever it was. He can't do anything about that. We were prepared, and obviously you get a man sent off, and that doesn't help.
Do you feel, as a team, you've let the manager down today? Then?
We let ourselves down. We've let ourselves down. I think where we are in the season, we've let ourselves down as players, and we've let the manager down. We're letting the football club down at the minute. We should be higher than we are. Simple as that, with the quality we've got, and we have to be honest about it. We can't keep coming out here and saying, we'll be okay, because we need to make sure it happens now. And like I said, I think there's certainly a different feel about the place after the last couple of results. We need to make sure we get that back up at Coney and work hard this week and make sure we put it right next week.